For centuries, there have been secret societies that operate under a strict veil. The members of such organizations meet behind closed doors without publicizing their membership. Our top 10 secret world societies will tell you about such organizations. 10th place, Hellfire Club. This organization existed in the 18th century in England. Members of this outwardly elite club actually conducted various pagan rituals, orgies, and sacrifices. Among the members of this club was a famous person, scientist Benjamin Franklin. His involvement in the club's activities was proven in 1998 after an examination of human remains found under his house in London. 9th place, Knights of the Golden Circle. This secret society flourished in the United States during the American Civil War. Initially, the group sought to support the annexation of Mexico and the West Indies, which could help revitalize the dying slave trade. With the outbreak of hostilities, however, the Knights shifted their focus from colonization to fervent support for the new Confederate government. The organization had several thousand followers who even formed their own guerrilla units and began raiding forts in the West. In the northern states, the mysterious order also had great influence. Many newspapers and public figures sympathized with the Southerners, including President Franklin Pierce, a member of the Knights. Unlike most other secret societies, this one didn't only care about rare meetings and mysterious plans. The Knights were able to organize their own army and attempted to deal with their issues specifically from a position of strength. In 1860, the militant group attempted to invade Mexico. During their own war, the Knights robbed stagecoaches and even attempted to blockade the port in San Francisco. For a short time, they even managed to take control of southern New Mexico. With the end of the Civil War, the activities of the organization gradually came to naught, although it is the organization that many blame for the organization of Lincoln's assassination. 8th place, Thule Society. The most famous members of this German occult and political secret society were Rudolf Hess, Arthur Rosenberg, and even rumored to be Adolf Hitler himself. While many secret organizations are only suspected for their ulterior motives, in the case of the Thule Society, everything turned out to be proven. Immediately after the end of the First World War, this organization was unofficially established in Germany. Initial Masonic ideas were quickly replaced by occult ideas. Over time, the organization began to promote the ideology of the superiority of the Aryan race. This translated into a racist approach to Jews and other minorities. In time, the secret society could boast several thousand members. Even its own propaganda newspaper was published. In 1919, members of the Thule Society organized a political organization called the German Workers' Party. Later, its member became a young Adolf Hitler, and she transformed into the National Socialist German Party, giving birth to Nazism. The members of the Thule Society themselves had been involved in strange activities long before the advent of Nazism. They were passionately trying to find the origins of the Aryan race, looking for them in the mythical land of Thule. According to legends, a mythical land with an advanced civilization existed somewhere near the North Pole, and Iceland was all that remained of the land that had gone underwater. There are many conspiracy theories surrounding the Thule Society. Although the organization was banned by Hitler, it is said that it was the organization that gave him the magical secrets of power and successful public speaking. 7th place, the Order of Assassins. The organization was founded in the 11th century and was a group of Muslims. The internal structure of the order was based on a strict hierarchy, where each transition from level to level was accompanied by mystical rituals. Assassins assigned themselves the role of secret assassins. Their agents also engaged in espionage and sabotage. The order ceased to exist in 1256. 6th place, Order of the Templars of the East. The organization was founded in the early 20th century. The order is based on ritual and occult practices. Currently, branches of this organization are located in the United States, Great Britain, and European countries. 5th place, Bilderberg Club. This club was organized in 1954. Members of the club are leading financiers, industrial magnates, media owners, and members of the government of the most influential Western countries. Convening conferences are held by exclusive invitation only. The topics of the meetings are always kept secret. 4th place, Freemasons. Officially, the organization of Freemasons saw the light in 1717, although there are some documents indicating that the activities of this group were registered back in the XIV century. Initially, the Brotherhood was created for people who shared the key philosophical ideas of the time, including the belief in a supreme being. Masons emphasized moral issues, and as a result, many of the lodge heads became known for their charitable work and community service. Despite these innocuous qualities, the Masons were not without criticism. Proponents of conspiracy theories accused them of involvement in nefarious occult practices and the existence of even political groups. Usually, churches of all denominations criticize Freemasons because their moral teachings and esoteric spiritual beliefs are at odds with traditional religion. In the old days, Freemasonry was based on unique traditions and principles. Today, however, with membership numbers so large and lodges scattered all over the world, it has become difficult to maintain the foundation. Only one practice, called the method of induction, has remained unchanged. The initiate must be recommended to the group by someone who is already a Mason, and to reach the level of master, a person must pass 3 different levels. Members have prescribed modes of greeting each other, including handshakes, gestures, and passwords, and people who are not members of the lodge are not allowed to attend meetings. The number of famous members of Masonic lodges is truly impressive. One can think of Winston Churchill, Mark Twain, Henry Ford, and Ben Franklin, for example. Today, Freemasons are less influential and secretive than ever, but still remain one of the most famous fraternities in the world. Officially, there are about 5 million members of Freemasonry alone. Third place, Order of the Illuminati. One of the most famous symbols of the Illuminati, a luminous delta on the bill of $1 under the brand Illuminati at different times existed and, strangely enough, continue to exist various organizations. The first official Brotherhood of Enlightened was formed in Bavaria in 1776. Adherents of this order fought against religion and promoted liberal ideas. The movement was banned by the authorities a few years after its founding. Its ideologue, Professor of Canon Law Adam Weishaupt, died in exile. However, it is rumored that the Illuminati simply continued their activities, going completely into the shadows. Modern conspiracy theorists claim that the secret society has managed to survive and now exists as a sinister shadow government, directing the actions of world politics and industry in the right direction. Second place, Skull and Bones. The most famous members of this secret society are George Bush Sr. and George Bush Jr. and John Kerry. Ivy League colleges are known for their many secret societies and student organizations. Yale University's Skull and Bones is the most famous of these. The organization originated in 1833. Its members must be from the aristocracy, Protestant, and of Anglo-Saxon descent. Today, new members are added to the society every spring, the only real stipulation being that the applicant must be a leader of their campus. The secret organization eventually includes athletes, student council members, and presidents of other fraternities. Several U.S. presidents, many senators, and Supreme Court justices have come out of Skull and Bones. This has led to the belief that the organization is semi-underground, bringing together the country's political elite. No one denies that this club is well-funded. The alumni have created an organization called Russell Trust Association, which keeps the society's money. The group is even rumored to own its own island in upstate New York. While the secret practices of Skull and Bones are not secret, rumors of mandatory rituals still persist. Although the society meets twice a week, it is still unknown what the practices are all about. First place, Cicada 330. According to the opinion of most people who study the hacker group Cicada 330, it is believed that this organization is looking for talented decryptors and cryptographers for the secret services. The assumption is based on the fact that Cicada 330 is engaged in the annual posting of encrypted riddles on various portals with high popularity, thus seeking new members of the community. Minimal information about this organization makes us draw an analogy with British intelligence, which through crossword puzzles and newspapers figured out smart young people. There have been and still are many large organizations in the world whose activities are based on political or religious purposes. The reluctance of these organizations to publicize their activities has given rise to rumors and speculation attributing them to occult activities or to world domination. Although the 10 organizations presented above did influence world events,